Hello viewers, welcome to Science TV, 7 p.m. Prime News. I am your host Ruth Rimo, and Sign Language Interpreting the voicing is Gideon Minor. And let's inform you what happened in our country and also internationally. To our first news item. Persons with disability in several counties including Meru, Kiambu, Kakamega, and Laikipia have benefited from ongoing empowerment initiative aimed at strengthening their financial inclusion and economic independence. In Meru County, the local government has allocated 10 million Kenya shillings to the PWD Sacco to boost access to business capital, promote savings, and enhance financial literacy. Other counties have implemented similar programs focusing on entrepreneurship, training, access to assistive devices, and inclusion in local development activities. A 2024 Fin Access Household Survey revealed that only 77.9% of PWDs in Kenya have access to formal financial services compared to the national average of 84.8%. Official says this empowerment project aims to close this gap and ensure equal economic opportunities for all.
Trainings at Motwati, we could see the impact of personal disability doing simple bookkeeping like record keeping, cash in, cash out, and profit or loss, and they could. And we gave them even writing materials whereby they could keep their cash, they could keep their cash books and also track their monthly sales.
Out of this, I managed to get access to the market for my product. I was able even to scale up my businesses from 3 greenhouses to 10 greenhouses currently. I was able to access international business, international market.
Nimeajiri vijana kwa hiyo kazi yangu. Imenifanya sana hata nijulikane. Maisha yangu yamechange. Mbele nilikuwa napata hera kidogo, but for now nimeona kila kitu imebadilika.
President William Ruto earlier today led Kenyans in marking Mazingara Day by planting trees at State House Girls High School in Nairobi. The head of state, accompanied by First Lady Rachel Ruto, urged citizens to take an active role in protecting and restoring the environment through tree planting initiatives. He announced that the government will distribute 2 million tree seedlings to Kenyans across the country as part of effort to achieve the national target of planting 15 billion trees by 2032.
And we are also looking at opportunities for us to have enough production so that we can not only secure ourselves in terms of food production, but we are also going to produce enough food for us, or enough products for us to export. We have markets in EU, we have markets in America, we have markets in China, we have the big market in Africa. We were having a conversation yesterday about the COMESA market. That COMESA market requires products from Kenya. And therefore, it is important for us to engage in this environmental exercise as part of making sure that we have rain, we have water, so that we can store that water, we can harvest that water, and we can use it for irrigation. We can produce enough food for ourselves and products for us to export to all the markets that we have. So this is not an isolated exercise. It is an exercise that is combined with the whole transformation of not just the environment, but food security, exports for our products, creating jobs in our value addition programs and agro-processing programs. This is the trajectory we want to go as Kenyans. And therefore, it should be understood what Hadassah here said, what my friend Ryan has said, that this is not just as simple as planting trees. It is much more profound than just simply planting trees. It is connected to food security. It is connected to exports of our products. It is connected to job creation, wealth creation, and making sure that we move our country from a third world country to
Wiper Patriotic Front party leader Kalonzo Musyoka has formally accepted his nomination to run for president in the 2027 general election, signaling his firm intention to challenge President William Ruto should current political alignment remain intact. Speaking during the Wiper Patriotic Front National Delegates Conference at Uhuru Park on Friday afternoon, Kalonzo said his decision marks the beginning of a nationwide campaign to consolidate support for his presidential run. The declaration set the stage for an anticipated political showdown as opposition figures continue to regroup under a united front ahead of the next election.
Okay. Now I would like to put the question. As many as of the opinion say yes, as many the resolution was read by the Secretary General.
Can I assist?
Where is the resolution?
Delegates, hoye! Delegates, hoye! The final resolution which we have sent Zain Abubakar to present to us was a proposal to endorse His Excellency Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka as our candidate for the next general election. And I want to invite the Speaker of Makueni County to now put the question on our behalf. Mheshimiwa.
Okay, Mheshimiwa, proceed. Already is read, so here's the question.
Order, honorable delegates. At this very assembly of Uhuru Park at historic place, for this country will be saved by, among others, Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. I now want to put the question for vote. That the delegates have affirmed and resolved here today that they nominate His Excellency Dr. Stephen Kalonzo
Health Cabinet Secretary Aden Duale has assured Kenyans that the government has integrated mental health programs into its national health agenda to ensure citizens maintain proper mental well-being in their daily lives. Speaking during the National Mental Health Conference held today, Duale emphasized the government's commitment to strengthening mental health services across all health facilities in the country. the chairperson of the Presidential Task Force on Mental Health, Dr. Francis Njenga, noted that many of the task force recommendations are already being implemented by the relevant government agencies.
The ministry recently launched a school mental health program
awareness on mental health. Speaking at an official center established to support victims of stigma and substance abuse, the organizers noted that such challenges remain major obstacles in the fight against mental health problems in the Nyanza region. They emphasized the need for continuous community sensitization, rehabilitation programs, and government support to help address mental health issues and reduce cases of neglect and discrimination among affected individuals.
The ministry recently launched a school mental health program through the support of UNICEF, and it's started in URR, and it will come down to the combos. Let us continue to speak openly about our mental well-being, support one another, and never be afraid to ask for help when we need it. You can always call the Ministry of Health hotline on 1025 if you are feeling overwhelmed. Your mental health matters in good times and in hard times.
And it is important that some of these things, we look at them and we are not putting emphasis on them. They have a long-term impact on the personnel of the person, whether a student, a teacher, or whoever it may concern. The ministry is very concerned in terms of school health. The ministry is very concerned for the well-being of children and for the well-being of the students and the teachers in the education sector.
Mama Lucy Kibaki Hospital in Nairobi has begun the construction of a special neonatal ward with a capacity of 53 beds aimed at reducing congestion and improving maternal and newborn healthcare services in the city. The project is being implemented through a partnership between the Meru County government and a private institution as part of ongoing effort to strengthen maternal and child health services. The new ward is expected to help reduce infant mortality rates and ease pressure on other hospital departments while ensuring better care for mothers and newborns.
And we believe that in 6 months, we should be able to come back here and fully launch an annex that will go a long way to give our mothers dignity.
The congestion has its own challenges. When a hospital ward is congested, it actually leads to other infections that were otherwise not anticipated if space was sufficient. But because of those challenges, you find that our newborns sometimes suffer from in-hospital infections, and that complicates their own ailments. It delays their healing. It makes them stay longer in hospital than they should. And that also denies opportunity to others that are unwell to otherwise get space. And
now we are taking a short commercial break, and then we'll be back with sports news. With me, Ruth Werimo.